Kind of like on Andy Griffith. Well, anyway, let's just let Judy tell you. I thought we were in Texas, not Canada. We found dinosaurs! Bring us in the air. This is the 1890 Jailhouse Museum in Henrietta, Texas. The door you see behind me is where the prisoners entered and exited with the help of the sheriff. Behind me is the entrance to the living quarters of the jail. This is where the sheriff and his family would live. While in the jail portion of the museum, we could see the cutouts in the bars where the food for the inmates could be passed through. So we learned that the sheriff's wife or kids would make the food for the inmates. Kind of like on Andy Griffith. This is Judy, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how this jail came to be. And, well, anyway, let's just let Judy tell you.
This was built in 1890. It was the third jail in Clay County. The first one was about a 12 by 12 wooden structure. The second one was around the corner here that was smaller than this. Yeah. It's not just a jail. On the other side is the family's living quarters, which were very elaborate for Henrietta at that time, and then helped to recruit fine sheriffs. It was built on a spring with a windmill in the back and a cistern at the top of the entrance to the jail, and water would be pumped up there and run through the home and the jail. There was no running water in the town other than that at the time.
All the stuff in here has been donated by the local community. Hats, boots. So I understand that there was a sheriff or deputy in here up until the 1970s. The levers to open and close the jail cells.
We could tell in this museum, they made their exhibits very interesting. Each room was dedicated to something different, such as like the kitchen and the sewing room, that sort of thing. Where some museums we've gone to are set up booth style, where, as DeWitt says, it looks like a flea market.
That's how they heated up the courthouse back in the day.
There was very little music when you were going west. There were no radios. People had fiddles.
It's a 3-in-1 Maytag, and it's called a gyrator, if you really want to know. Belt-driven washing machine. You take the agitator out of the inside and put this in, and you can make butter or ice cream. You have meat you want to grind. You take this shaft off here and put your meat grinder on it and grind your meat.
Wow, that was a very interesting museum. We had a personally guided tour by Judy, and toward the end, Linda came in and added some more tidbits. And we won't forget to mention Georgette. She was here at the beginning to welcome us. But these ladies knew their stuff, and it made the tour so interesting. They personally knew some of the relatives of some of the people that were showcased in the museum. They were so nice. The museum closed at 2. I think we got here around 12:30, and they stayed until, they stayed until 3 o'clock to give us this tour. So we definitely want to say thank you to Judy, Linda, and Georgette. Thank you so much for the tour. You did a great job and love the storytelling.
Well, a short walk from the jailhouse is the courthouse. We learned in the jailhouse tour that it was remodeled because the center was starting to sink down. They had to reinforce it, and they replaced this original architecture on the top with the current dome. Debbie's tickled that we have a constable car instead of a deputy or sheriff's or police.
I thought we were in Texas, not Canada. We found dinosaurs! first got to Wichita Falls, we stayed at Lake Arrowhead State Park, and we did that for about 5 nights. Then we had to move because they were booked over the weekend. We found this city park called Wichita River Bend RV Park, and it is right next to Lucy Park, where we did a little bit of the bicycling in. However, Lucy Park is across the river. So how do we get over there? From this suspension bridge. It might look fine, but it's a little rocky and scary when we walk across it.
And it does have a load rating.
Yes, no more than 20 people at one time. And so far we haven't had to worry about that. There's maybe been 3 or 4 at the most. What did you read about being able to tell the difference between predators and prey?
That a predator will have its eyes on the front of its head, and the prey will have its eyes on both sides. That way it's easier for the prey type of animal to try to see danger.
Spring is in the air, and there's baby Canadian geese. Even ducks need to take a break now and then.